Hey, shalom, shalom. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. So, let's get straight to the point here. This is an article that I found here on Routers. And it's just more information being brought out on that explosion that took place in Lebanon, in their chief capital city, which is Beirut, right? And the president of Lebanon, he's coming out to say that there is possible external influences that actually caused the explosion, man. So they may be an external presence that detonated a bomb in there or caused all those flammable things in their depot to detonate. Okay, so and we know it's possible. I wouldn't doubt that at all. But remember who we're dealing with here. This is Ishmael. Okay, this is Ishmael. Remember Lebanon. It's home to Hezbollah, and Hezbollah, they're known. Well, some people will view them as revolutionary fighters. Some will view them as terrorists. But that doesn't matter because we're here to filter it through the scriptures. I don't care what sides you people choose. I'm just here to bring out what the scriptures say. Because we do know that Ishmael, being one of the sons of Abraham, one of the sons of the son of Hagar, they are the Arabs, and we know the Arabs to be a wild people. Now Ishmael doesn't only make up all the Arabs. You have also the sons of Keturah, which are 6. I believe Ishmael is one of them. So you have six of them. So they make up the Arab people. Okay, so we know that they're wild in the mind and wild in the flesh too. So they do some wild shit over there. Now going back to Hezbollah, they're what you call a hybrid organization because they focus on military, paramilitary. They focus on politics. They focus on social issues, right? They're involved with social works. They're involved with religious education. Some people view them as good. Some people view them as bad because they're saying that they're there trying to take over the Lebanese government, right? So but I don't care about that. I'm here to bring out the scriptures. So we know Ishmael's wild like that, man. He'll do some outlandish shit. So now, without further ado, let me hit the precepts now. This is Genesis chapter 16, verse 12. Actually, I'll start at verse 11. And the angel of Yahweh said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, or Yeshmael, because Yahweh hath heard thy affliction. Now, let me go to the word here. Alright, so Yashmael, and it says Ishmael, God will hear. And that's one thing about Ishmael too. He's a loud fucker, man. He's known for blowing up shit, whether it's good or bad, revolutionary or terroristic. He's known for blowing up shit. Okay, and he's known for being loud, and that's why you have all that chaos going over there, in the Middle East. And yes, you do have some external influence that's causing all those problems. You have these Edomites that are over there. You have the chief tribe of Edom, which is Amalek, causing all of a ruckus, right? So it says here, verse 12, and he will be a wild man, his hand will be against every man, and that includes his own people, himself, his own brothers, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. And yes, every man's hand will be against him, so that means the other nations. So it is possible that there is an external influence that caused all those things to explode. And you notice how in the beginning they're saying, oh, it was fireworks that caused the problem. That fireworks caused that big explosion. No, it looked like an actual bomb. But now they're saying it's chemicals that are related to fertilizers and making bombs. Right? So you know how it's changing. But I wouldn't be surprised if Israel was involved, even though they're saying they didn't partake in it. But it is possible, because this is the prophecy. His hand will be against every man, and that's why there's many wars in the Middle East. Many wars. You had Hezbollah, you have the Mujahideen, which that was in the past, okay, which is really now the Taliban. You got ISIS, you got all these things, all these organizations, and yes, some of them are set up by Esau, but you do have Ishmael in there. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the article. So it says, Lebanon's president said an investigation into the Beirut port warehouse explosion was looking at whether it was the result of external interference in addition to simple negligence or an accident, his office said on Friday. Which, yes, accidents do happen, but given the time that we're living in, you have a lot of technology out there and a lot of safety measures and precautions that governments do take. So especially in 2020. So I find that very, very hard to believe, especially when managing highly explosive materials, right? So there, I don't really. Yes, an accident could happen, but I don't really believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that somebody went in there and blew this shit up because they want to exploit the weakness of what Lebanon is going through, because they're in a economic crisis. Their economy is about to collapse. So you know what? Why not add more destruction to bring them down in a deeper slump? So you have to take those things into consideration as well. So it says here, Lebanon's president Michel Aoun meets with Lebanese political leaders to present the plan aimed at steering the country out of a financial crisis at the presidential palace of Babda, Lebanon, May 6, 2020. And what's going to steer them out of that economic crisis, believe it or not, is going to be the new normal. Brother from GMS Awakening 144, Amar Gabar. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but he did a video recently on what the word normal means, which is a rule, okay? And really it just goes back to New World Order. And a part of that New World Order is really taking that chip, man, and steering the people or leading the people into total slavery, which is getting you chipped, knowing where you are, where your whereabouts are. All your money and information will be on a tiny chip, and that's going to get away from fiat currency. Everything's going to be digitalized. Everything will be monitored. A one credit system. So that's where the world is heading. Okay, and that's what's going to steer them. And these guys are all in the loop, because these guys are luminaries. The president that you see here, he's in on it. He's an luminary. Okay, and he works for somebody. He works for somebody that's higher and above him. So, it says here, the Prime Minister and Presidency have said 2,750 tons of highly explosive ammonium nitrate, which is used in making fertilizers and bombs, has been stored for 6 years without safety measures at the port warehouse. Okay. It blew up on Tuesday, sending a mushroom cloud and fireball into the sky, killing at least 154 people and smashing a swathe of the city. About 5,000 were also injured. The cause has not been determined yet, so it's not determined. These are just speculations, right? So this is not a fact, but a lot of people, they're gonna go off of this and say, oh, it was a mistake, it was that. I even hear simple people talking about it where I'm at, and they don't even know the whole story. They don't even know who's running the place. They don't know about Hezbollah. They don't know about anything about that country. They've never been there. Okay, and they don't know, but they're just going off of what they hear. So it hasn't been determined. So anyway, I mean, anyway, I'm just saying about the whole situation. They're saying it's 6 years, but I don't believe that. Now, anyway, let's go to this part. It says, the cause has not been determined yet. There is a possibility of external interference through a rocket or bomb or other act. President Michael Anun said in comments carried by local media and confirmed by his office, he said he has asked French President Emmanuel Macron, who visited Beirut on Thursday, to secure aerial images to determine what happened. If the French do not have them, we will request them from another source. An official source familiar with the initial investigations told Reuters on Wednesday inaction and negligence was to blame for the explosion after the matter came before several committees and judges and nothing was done for years. The United States said this week it had not ruled out the possibility of an attack, while Israel, which has fought several wars with Lebanon, has been swift to deny any role. And that's another thing about these so-called Jews, which they're the tribe of Amalek. When you go back to the scriptures, man, when you trace their roots and their origins, Amalek is a grandson of, a son of Esau, or you can call him the dukes of Esau. Going back to Genesis, the 36th chapter. Let me see if I can pull that up. Genesis 36 here. Okay, so let's go down here. Okay, so Genesis chapter 36, verse 15. These were the dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz. The firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. Okay, so those are all sons of Esau. And Amalek, he is the chief tribe. They are the so-called Jews, which are situated in Israel today. Which, by the way, they are not the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. They don't fit biblical prophecy. And if they do fit biblical prophecy, they fit it as the wicked. And that's why you see all this chaos happening. It's really because of them. And that's why the president here, the United States said this week it had not ruled out the possibility of an attack, while Israel, which has fought several wars with Lebanon, has been swift to deny any role. So why would they put Israel in there? Because Israel, they're more likely to do it because they've attacked Lebanon so many times in the past. And also, Lebanon, when you figure it out, especially with Hezbollah and what's going on there, Iran is supplying them with weapons. Okay, so you can kind of say that, well, not really. You can and you can't. But you can kind of say it's like a proxy going on between Iran and Israel. I'll just leave it at that. I won't go deep into that. You can have your own thoughts on that, but it looks like that because they supply Lebanon with a lot of weapons, right? So probably Israel attacked because they thought those weapons are going to be used on them. Most likely it will. So, we're going to send an agent in there and blow shit up. You never know. So it says, which has fought several wars with Lebanon, has been swift to deny any role. Of course they are. And you know what? I don't trust these Amalekites, man. Neither did King David. Neither did King Saul. Neither did Yahweh Shem Yoshai himself. Because he remembered the wickedness that Amalek has done to our nation, man. And the scriptures talk about never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. Actually, I'll get that before I go into the account of King David, because he didn't give a damn about Amalek, because an Amalek, I believe somebody from the tribe of Amalek, after King Saul died and when he fell on his sword, the Amalekites he took credit for killing King Saul. So King David, he was like, okay, you killed the anointed, so I have to kill you. And the Amalekite, he was just doing that to get favor in the sight of King David, because he knew that King Saul was an enemy of King David. So he wanted to get on King David's good side. So these Amalekites, man, they're very crafty. They're very crafty, man. and they're opportunists. So let's get Sirach. Let's get Sirach chapter 12 and 10. So it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. That's right. And Amalek and all the other nations, Esau, they're all rusty, man. They're all like a rusty sword. And you can't trust something that's rusted, man. You might get tetanus. You know, if something rusty cuts you, you know, you can get sick. You can get infected by that. So he is rusty. Our enemies are rusty, and you never trust them. Don't ever trust your enemy. So is his wickedness, and they have been wicked in the past, man. They stole our identity. They stole everybody's resources. Every time you pay a tax, that money goes to the state of Israel. Did you know that? So this guy is wicked. He's all about oppressing you. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was involved in this. I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. Now, am I saying all this stuff to defend the Lebanese people? Hell no, because they're enemies too. They're Psalms 83. I'm just bringing all this out for edification. I could give a damn. I could care less about what goes on in Lebanon, man. But you know what? It's prophecy. So I got to bring it out. I got to bring it out because it's prophecy and it can be filtered through the scriptures. And you know what? Maybe it will stir your mind to bring some more information out, or to do your own lessons to glorify Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? So verse 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And that's what he's doing. They took, they said, oh no. They said, what did it say in the article? Okay, it said here, the United States said this week it had not ruled out the possibility of an attack, while Israel, which has fought several wars with Lebanon, has been swift to deny any role. So they denied it. Okay, trying to be humble and shit, saying, "Oh no, we didn't do it, man. We would never do that." You know how their words are smoother than oil and butter. And it says, "Go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away." And he will forever be rusty, man. He will forever have hatred towards you. He won't rest until you're destroyed. Now, let me go to the account, because King David didn't trust these dirty Amalekites, man. So this is 2 Samuel. Where is it? 2 Samuel chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Okay, and David went on and grew great, and the Lord of hosts... No, I'm sorry, let me start at 5. Salakia. So, it says, in Hebron, he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months, and in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years over all Israel and Judah. And the king and his men went to Jerusalem unto the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, which spake unto David, saying, except thou take away... Oh, wait a minute, I'm reading the wrong thing here. Sorry. Wrong scripture, man. This is 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 5. Okay, here we go. Let's go. And David said unto the young man that told him, how knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan his son be dead? And the young man that told him said, as I happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa, behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and lo, the chariots horsemen followed hard after him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me and called unto me. And I answered, here I am. And he said unto me, who art thou? And I answered him, I am an Amalekite. And he said unto me again, stand, I pray thee, upon me, and slay me, for anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. So I stood upon him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after that he was fallen. And I took the crown that was upon his head and the bracelet that was on his arm, and have brought them hither unto my lord. And I gotta just say this, man. That's, when that's these dirty, they're like thieves, man. And they're into gold and they're into precious metals. When you look at this, man, King Saul, he pretty much got robbed by a damn Amalekite, man. A damn dirty Jew. And you know what? I don't give a damn if this gets censored. I don't give a damn. Okay, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna call it like it is, man. You Amalekites, man, you're dirty, man. You're dirty bastards. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was Russell Oliver. Okay, Russell Oliver, the cash man. Cash for gold. This is a jeweler in Toronto. He's well known here. He's been doing this for decades, pawning jewelry and getting money for it. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Russell Oliver, the cash man. So King Saul pretty much got robbed, man, by a dirty Amalekite, man. And that's what these Amalekites do. They rob our people every day. The robbers of our people, man, which the scriptures talk about. They rob our people on a daily basis. You know what? They don't even just steal our money. They steal our nationality. Stole who we are as a people, our heritage, taking on our name, taking our land, right? Trying to take our birthright. So it says, verse 11, then David took hold on his clothes and rent them, and likewise all the men that were with him, and they mourned and wept and fasted until even for Saul and for Jonathan his son, and for the people of the Lord, and for the house of Israel, because they were fallen by the sword. And David said unto the young man that told him, whence art thou? And he answered, I am the son of a stranger, an Amalekite. Now let's get the word stranger here. I believe that's Nakar. The stranger here. Oh no, wait a minute. That's Ayesh. Wait a minute. Okay. Maybe I'm... Okay, it says a manner of individual or a male person, often used as an adjunct to a more... Okay. We'll just see here. Let's see, hold on for a second. This was a stranger of the other nation, though. He was an Amalekite, which proves that anyway. Let me just see that here. Okay. Oh, my fault. Backed out of that by accident. Okay. So he was a stranger from another nation, an Amalekite. And David said unto him, how wast thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? And the guy didn't hesitate. He didn't think about that, man. And these Amalekites, they don't think about destroying you. They just do it. They do it with ease. They do it every day. Poison your food, poison your water, poison your children with this television, with fucking all this shit online, Pizzagate, pornography, violent movies, because they're all directors, right? They all own it. They all own the media, and they don't think twice to destroy you. Especially if you're a part of the elect. They really want to destroy the elect. That's why they hid this information. Okay, so these devils, man, they have no remorse, and they're relentless, man. They have no remorse, and I wouldn't be surprised if they blew up Beirut, man. Would not be surprised at all. And David said unto him, how wast thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? And David called one of the young men and said, go near and fall upon him. And he smote him that he died. And David said unto him, thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth has testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. Yeah, and that's why he got his head lobbed off, man. And that's what's gonna happen to you Amalekites in the long run, man. You're gonna get payback, man. Think the Lord forgot about that? Think the Lord forgot about what you did? You think he turned a blind eye? And guess who's gonna do it, man? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh Shai first and foremost leading the charge when he cracks them skies. He's going to lob a lot of heads off, man. That's why the scriptures say the slain of the Lord shall be many in that day. And that includes the tribe of Amalek, man. Lord's coming for you, man. He's got beef with you, okay? He's got beef. And that goes for all you other nations. He's got beef with you. Let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 4. Because this is what the Lord's about. All his ways are judgment. People seem to forget that, man. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 3. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And what am I doing right now? I'm about to publish this, the name of the Lord, on the internet through YouTube. Except I'm going to do it digitally through the and the Thummim. I'm not going to be writing it down, man. Okay, and that's why YouTube, it has that publish feature when you put up a video. You think that's all by a coincidence? You see, the internet was made for us, man. The internet was made for us. Okay, you think that's a coincidence? That was set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And that's why we call Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai the best celestial chess player. Alright? Everything he does is for an advantage, man. Everything is a move, man. When will you people get it, man? You're outmatched. And you're out of your league. Because I'll publish the name of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Ascribe ye greatness unto our Lord. That's what I'm about to do. And that's what we all should be doing, man. Because our Lord is great. He's almighty. Verse 4. He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment. That's right. All his ways are judgment. Okay. And that what took place in Lebanon, whether it was good or bad, it was all judgment. It was all judgment. Okay, it was all judgment. And that's to set off World War III. Who knows? I could set off World War III, man. So all of that's judgment. A power of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he. That's right, because he's the truth. Alpha Omega. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Alpha Omega. Yahweh being the Ancient of Days. Yahweh Shai being Alpha Omega. The beginning and the end. So he's the truth, man. He's the truth. He is the way. Okay? And the truth is coming out. And that's why you're seeing all this chaos happening in the earth. Because the Lord, he prophesied about it, man. He told you that nations are going to go to war against each other. Rumors of war. Destruction. Sorrows. Pain for all your wickedness, man. Because you people on this side, you live deliciously in your wickedness. But guess what? Guess what comes after you living deliciously in sin? Pain. Pain comes. Now you're going to get a miserable death. And that's what we're starting to experience now. The whole world, man. All your leaders, all your people that you looked up to, all the little things that you've done in your little mundane life, sinning and being a damn reprobate and a degenerate. Now it's your time to pay. Okay? You're going to all pay. Every last one of you, you're going to pay. Everybody's going to pay the tab. All right. All right. So, that's all that I have to bring out, man. I hope this was edifying. Until next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.